Hello and welcome to the IWT1, the first Imperial Wars 2 vs 2 AI tournament. I'm your host Wizwag, and today we will go into the second round of group stage matches. I just took a nap. I'm completely unprepared because after I woke up I had the email. I received the email for the affiliate status, so I had to scramble everything to set it up for the stream. Yeah, I'm still a bit sleepy, but let's get going. We have some good matches today. Second round. We are getting closer and closer to our playoffs. Still a few more to go, but let's take a quick look at what's coming today. So we have in Group A, second round. And the first match is already quite an important one because the Bohemians and Bulgarians, which lost yesterday, go up against the Franks and the Berbers in our first game, who also lost. So winning this could be a factor in maybe getting out of this group. So getting a head start over your opponent, who are both at the bottom of the group, could be a good thing. So important match right from the start. And then we go through all the groups, 8 matches today. Again, we have the Slavs again. the MVPs from yesterday. And yeah, that's the plan for today. 8 matches again. And we will start with the Franks and Berbers going up against the Bohemians and Bulgarians. Let me quickly set up the game lobby and we dive right into our game. That should be good. So first game of today, important one. Get a head start over your opponent, fighting for the last place in the group. And yeah, let's go just right into the game. There was a funny entrance with the music. Just getting into the groove and then just cutting off. First game of today. The loading screens always take a while. Loading in for the first time. Yeah, today we will also see some civilizations that haven't played yet. So they weren't on the schedule yesterday. We also see some of those, like the team of the Koreans and the Goths. Get in our game. Alright, in blue, for the blue team, we have the Franks on the right hand side of the map. The teammates up north from them, the Berbers. And on the other side of the map, we got the Bulgarians and yellow, orange. God, my brain isn't working yet. On the left hand side, and on the bottom left hand side in red we have the Bohemians. Yeah, let's see how they perform today. Both lost their games yesterday. But of course, it's only the first game in your group. Can all switch up in the end. But of course, it's always good to get a quick win onto the board. Still your favorite one. So yeah, let's hope they perform. It's always sad to see your favorites going out of the tournament early. So far we are building up our bases. Got the camel archers or the berbers. What are the Franks going to do? Not much yet, seems. Just booming. The Bohemians, again with their wagons. That was funny to see yesterday. There was just a scout. Taken out in quick fashion. Got some light cavalry in the mix. And for the elite conics, Bulgarians, they are mustering up their forces. Pretty undefended. But this wood line, well, they are chopping it up and they open up the base for a raid, or else they could have two little choke points, but the wood line is dwindling. Wait, did you have ads? Man, that's a whole new dimension. Which ad did you get? What's Tuesday? Oh wait, you get your payments like bi-monthly, right? So on the first, and I don't even have a PlayStation. This PC is all I have in my life. Oh, we got our first big fight. Got distracted right there. Well, let's catch the action. We go in with hussars, trying to sneak in some siege rams. And they are doing good on the castle. They are holding off the reinforcements with their conics. And they can just go ham on this castle. The first line of defense got taken out. Weekly even. That's funny. Yeah, I always have to wait a whole month. So most of the time, the last 1.5 weeks, let's say that, always getting spicy. And it seems like the Bulgarians are doing good work here. The Berbers just falling apart right from the start. And that should be it. What are they doing? That's just... They are building a castle in the back, but that's not gonna matter. They have been defeated. Franks are looking scary though, look at that. But so do the Bulgarians. I'm not sure their teammate has weakened them enough. They didn't put up much of a fight here. Just raising some more buildings. Oh, that's a scary looking forest here. All these paladins. What are they trying to do? They are alone in the lobby here. They aren't too far behind in points compared to the other civilizations. Now they are trying to go into the north. Not sure what's there to accomplish. Maybe take out some of the remaining forces. That could be a start. No, they are just rushing through. What are they doing? Where are they going? They just want... I thought they just want to run off the map and die in the void. Just fly off the map. See ya. But no, they are... What are they doing? And now they are running across the map. They get greeted by the Bulgarians on this hill. They are all over the place. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do in your position. You are alone. There's another fight down here. The Bohemians go in while the main force is distracted. They are trying to hold on with trebuchet and the castle here and a few reinforcements, but that's... Hello there. Doing a drive-by here. That's a big flash mob. It's a whole fleet. Yeah, almost all the remaining troops got cleaned up in the middle. They're going ham with these things. Now going in with some trebuchets, maybe to just snipe. There's a strangler there. Just going in alone. Why not? Weenie boys, yeah. Let's give every civilization a nickname. We already have the hot goth girl with the goths. We have Adidas. I'm not even sure which civilization that was. We have the vodka drinkers with the Slavs, and this is going down. Just one more shot and that's it. Of course, we also have the K-pop stance with the Koreans, and we have a quick game on our hands. 19 minutes 24 seconds. The Berbers were just eaten out of the map, out of the play. They didn't do much of anything. 36 units, largest army. It's just... that's not enough. So yeah, they fell over quite quickly. They are definitely now last place in the standings in the group after these two games. So your favorite team did it, actually. Persevered. And maybe they have bigger chance to get out of the group Who is... By the way, do you have any matchup you like in terms of civilizations? I'm all in for Goths Koreans. That's definitely MVP for me. Now we have in the next game the Britons and the Malians going up against the Italians and Mayans. Yeah, Goths Koreans. I think we have fake on this too. So we are gathering, or this team is gathering a crowd already. Hoss versus streamers. Damn. Hoss really got you last time. It's so funny to see. I didn't get a single one yesterday. I'm probably too small for them. Well, at least the Hoss Uwu was funny. Britons, Malians. Let me set up the game. Italians and Mayans. They are one team that has won yesterday's game. Britons hadn't played yet, or their team. And we are good. Slavs also have a game today. Have you seen the game where they 2 versus 1, the lobby? Were you in there? That was such a massive game. You don't think you won? I highlighted the game here on Twitch and or on the YouTube channel because that game was just wild. It's all about just seeing how they do it, just completely dismantling the lobby on their own. Completely wild to see. So Slavs definitely scary in this tournament. Yeah, nice one. But let's get into our second game. Britons, Malians, they haven't played yet in this tournament, or on day 1 against Italians and Mayans. And the red team, let's go. And we are in. Let me switch up the scene before I forget. I like to do so. And our Marco Polo to see the map. We are dirty cheaters, but I think it's necessary. And we got in blue the Britons on the bottom side of the map. And tucked away on the far left hand side of the Malians, the teammates. Surrounded by lakes, cliffs. That's good defensive position. But we have our second team, Italians in red, on the right hand side of the map, top right hand side, and Mayans in orange. Having some solid architecture here. Now building up our forces. Does anyone go for some early aggression here? Or do they try to go the safe route? don't even know that game. I'm not a real gamer. I have only played 3,000 games in my life. Yo, what's SARA? Just snipe down. Even waiting on the other side. No escape there. Oh dang, we have some fans in here for a game I don't even know. That's cool. Yeah, but to be fair, I'm not too big on RTS because I suck at them. Or anything management related, like city skylines and that. Because I just don't have the patience to get into those games. You always need a myriad of knowledge in those games to get somewhere. And I'm getting old. Oh, he was Egyptian. That's nice. Yeah, really the only RTSs I've played are Age of Empires, Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2. I tried to get good in StarCraft 2 one time, but after 3 games or so on the ladder, I was just burned out. Just so taxing to play good. Really melts your brain. And look at that. Setting up their shields, shooting behind with the crossbows. That are some cool units. We are already going in. Also with some rams here. Are the teammates helping? No. They're just running back and forth. Discussing what to do. Where is their general? They need to make a move or a decision. The Italians slowly pushing in. But not going too hard. They're quite spread out. And there's still the castle. But, of course, if you just go in and snipe your opponent's town center, it doesn't even matter. That's gonna be it. Well. That was easy. That was easy. So we see some civilizations today not in form at all. Not in form. But now we got a big archer fight. The longbowmen of the Britons going up against the plumed archers from the Mayans. Look at that. Oh, they got an upgrade. Now they are elite plumed archers. Right at the right time. Both take the high ground. They have such a long range. They can shoot from the high ground. This trebuchet, just one shot onto the lumber camp. Doesn't matter too much. Seems like the Britons have the numbers advantage. But they have a few on the hill. And you get a damage bonus if you stand on the hill and shoot down. But the numbers are thinning out. What are the teammates doing? Italians probably trying to build up their forces again after the attack against the Malians. But that could be the time to try and taking out a few trade cards. That's good. That means less gold for the opponent's team. That's looking scary. Look at all these bows. getting more and more. It's some pizza boys delivering pizza all over the place. It's a busy day today, that's for sure. But the Britons are looking good here. I think with some more siege, they are slowly pushing in. And look at these. That's just a rain of arrows. Like in the movie 300. Yeah, they are death ball. Now, setting up a few trebuchets in the back. Yeah, me too. But it's so sad. I went to the movies and for the second movie when it came out a few years back, and man, it sucked. But the first one was fun. Especially with the special effects they had for that time. That was pretty unique what they did there. Also with the visuals. And of course I'm a sucker for big fights. As you can see, I love it. I also love playing Dynasty Warriors. It's just... love it. And we are closing in. But look at that. Now the Italians move out. Oh, that could be scary for the Britons. I think they didn't do enough damage in time. Now the Italians come from the north or from the top. And a pretty good flank. Yeah, that's true. They did some work. Now look at that. Just taking out all the reinforcements. Oh, that town center got close. Had they done it, I think they had a better chance, but now that's not looking good. They still have a few castles, but the Italians are already raiding in town. One castle is already falling. Oh man, the Britons were close. They were really close to do something here on their own. But they just missed the timing, I think. That should be game soon. They even have the highest points still in the lobby with 13,000. Even though they're losing now. So impressive showing, but sadly not enough. The Malians had the Malians did at least something, but they just fell over. Now they are everywhere. Raiding, taking out all these villages. Italian Malays first in group, yeah. Yeah, they play solid. And I like their unique unit. Take a look at them. And that's a game. GG. Close one. Very close one for the Britons. But you have to perform. You have to perform here. Yeah, leave them at 21 minutes. That felt like longer somehow. But yeah, the Malians. Look at those. 18 units only. What did they do? I mean, all the others got something done too. And even if you get raided early, many do better than those, or than that. Aliens just yeeted out of the lobby. Yeah, it's all about the pew pews and pow pows and corpses and blood and the big fights. You wheelie boys, yeah. Just throw in some random terms. Should be good. But that's the second game for today. And we have some more conclusive standings now after the second round in Group A. So Italians, Malians comfortably in first place now. Viking students, 1 win from yesterday. They haven't played today. And Bohemians, Bulgarians also redeemed themselves after the loss yesterday with a win. And Britain's Malians, we just saw, lost the game. And Frank's Berbers with 2 losses. So yeah, that's already slowly shaping up. We still have 3 more rounds to go for the next weeks. But yeah, let's go right into Group B. What do we have here? We have the Slavs and Aztecs. Boys, get your vodka ready. We have the Slavs in the action. Going against the Chinese and Magyars. I think they are... Yeah, they are both at the top of the standings. So also an important match right from the start on day 2 here. So let me quickly set up the game. Yeah, this could be a tough matchup. Both were looking good yesterday. I really like the Chinese with their unique unit. Those machine guns. With the Chukanoos. Yeah, that's the fun thing about these tournaments, or tournaments in general, and all these different formats to crystallize synergies or strategies and all these different unique units and all that just get pit up on an even playing field. And it's always fun to see the storylines that shape themselves in those tournaments, especially later on in the tournament, with fewer and fewer civilizations remaining, or teams in that matter. Yeah, the lobby should be ready now. Got the blue team with Slavs and Aztecs, and red team with Chinese and Magyars. Wait a second. How... Serge, please help me. How do you make a prediction? I think that's possible now, right? With affiliated. I am a scrub, I don't... In mod view, Go mod view. I think I am in mod view already. Oh, thank you, thank you. Then I just start a game and we cut off the timer at around, let's say 5 minutes in-game time. That should be early enough to not to be conclusive. So let's get into the game. So yeah, let's go. Hello, Nightbot. Go in here. We got the Slavs in blue. A very scary team from what we saw yesterday. Civilization, not team. They are in a team with the Aztecs down here in the bottom right hand side. Up in the north, in the right top left hand side, got the Chinese, and that's interesting. They are pretty close to the Slavs. Just never mind. There you go. Now you have the the map at the bottom right. They are pretty close together. Oh, we are predicting. Oh no, I can't predict myself. I wanna war too. Well, I'm predicting. Let's go with red team, Chinese. Even though the Slavs are beasts. Yeah, this guy was here in the first tournament back in December, and we were mostly alone in the chat, but we had the funniest time of our lives. And I streamed with the most shitty quality you can ever imagine, and he was still in there and watched over 100 matches with me, and now he's still here, and that's why I made him a mod, my first mod and only mod so far. But Dirge. Oh, never. What the fuck is going on? I did something. Sorry for the words. I misclick. And I thought I... Never mind. Yeah, Slavs. Ooh. Random building down here. Taking it out. Oh, look at how close they are. Are they moving out soon? They should realize their enemy is pretty close now. Ooh, look at that. A sneaky scout here. Oh, they spotted him. Not so sneaky now. Yeah, boyers are scary, especially in numbers. Oh, they go for halberdiers this time. Not many Chukanos as of yet. Interesting. A few here. But many halberdiers as well. I think they counter cavalry, right? On paper. Got some trading going on down here. It's quiet on the other side of the map. Oh, we got our first fight. They are moving in. Oh, taking the high ground. And that's gonna be a good advantage. Shooting down, or rather raining down arrows from the hill. I think it's a 25% damage bonus if you shoot up from the hill, and that was an easy cleanup. Thanks, Biggio. Professor Biggio. Call it that. Oh yeah, that was just... They were doing some quick work. And now the Slavs are scrambling here. And we also got another fight down here. How did we miss that? But it seems like both are stabilizing here. Both lost equal amounts of units. And I think we see similar playstyle from... Look at how many units they have. Just scrolling through here. But now the Aztecs are moving out again. It's round 2. Let's take a look. I think the Chinese have it in the bag on the other side of the map. So let's see how this plays out. Just going in with one ram. They want this castle out. Yeah, no. They cleaned up nicely. Oh! We almost missed it, but they are onto the town center of the Slavs. Chinese are looking on fire here. So my prediction was right. Woo! I went with my gut feeling. Slavs are probably too tired from yesterday. Did you also go for a red team? What did you go for? Oh, you went for the Slavs, probably, right? Yeah, those are out. There's nothing really remaining in the base. It's a ghost town. Alright. I'm sorry. Mr. Makisimovich. Something like that. Man, I love these machine guns. This sound is satisfying. Oh, this is gonna be a big fight here. Look at that. We are cleaning up just enough to get... Never mind, they are teammates. What am I talking about? But what a scary force. Yeah, nothing you can do about that. Do you hear that? That's just terrifying. That's soon gonna be the game. Yeah, those two are looking good. The Magyars with the Hussars, with the fast cavalry, and the Chinese with the Chukunus in the back. That's a good matchup. I think we could see them far into the tournament now. Favorite for at least semi-final. Let's 20 minutes flat. Even got that down to a second. Let's see. How many units did we kill? Yeah, blue team. Sadly not doing much. Wasn't enough this time. Slavs had a great performance yesterday. But today, Chinese and Magyars took the spotlight on this. They are even in sync almost with the units killed. 333 with 433. That's funny. They are definitely in sync here as a team. Not every team is at this moment. Oh yeah, that's another point for them. Wait, how do I do that? Ah, wait, maybe it's because I have my chat open in OBS. Let me quickly set up the, or go to the web page of that. Where it's not looking pretty much looking the same here. I don't see any predictions here. Conflict of interest. Magician crystal ball. What are you talking about? Oh, I see who predicted, but maybe that. But when I click on it, there's not much happening here. Well, that's confusing. Oh! I see the prediction now. When I go to my channel points. But there's nothing to confirm. Let me click on that. I am in the mod view thing. Show moderation actions, right? Nope. No crystal ball for me, but I will look into it for the next stream. Let's get into our next game now. Don't wanna keep waiting. Nightbot, please. Yeah, there's no crystal ball for me anywhere. So yeah, you can try to, well, I want you to predict. Well, let's figure it out next time. And continue on our way to greatness. We have Vietnamese and Portuguese now against the Cumans and Spanish. Interesting matchup. Those probably two underdogs in this tournament. So Vietnamese, Portuguese. Humans and Spanish. Where you are, there you are. So let's dive right in. We've waited long enough. So Vietnamese, Portuguese, blue team, Cuman, Spanish, red team. Let's go. All right, we are in. Now we have in blue the Vietnamese on the top right hand side of the map, and in the west pretty much got the Portuguese and their allies. And down in the bottom right hand side, or pretty much right hand side, east, we got the Cumans in red. And far away are their teammates, the Spanish in orange. Yeah. Well, Nightbot has been there for me all the times I was alone in chat. So I appreciate Nightbot. But we have nerfed Nightbot, so not striking the ban hammer too often. You're getting flanked, boy. What did you do? This game sucks. Fight me. What did you do? All right. Yeah, of course. I'm still not sure if I'm glad that we made it. Or you made it. We just laughed at you. But yeah, that game was something else. Was all just one big mess. Everything was looking the same, was playing the same. There was no tension whatsoever. Not even at the climax, and we got a first fight here. Portuguese with their organ guns. Funny little unit. We go already in with some rams. They want to take down what? Are they ignoring the castle and go straight down the middle? Are they trying to get into the base? Oh, we got some trebuchets also. They are taking down the castle, so that's probably why these rams just went in. Even got a villager repairing the rams. But now look at that. We have elephants marching down, helping out, coming to the rescue. Never mind. They just turn around. Maybe Portuguese said, yo, I have it in the back. No worries. Do your thing. We are not sure how the interaction with those are. Now it's quieting down. Yeah, they have the help. Are they trying to move out now together? SARA has seen. So they just turn back. Humans are still just hanging around here. Have you posted a review on Discord? I will take a look at it later then. I want to see the comments. Now we are moving out again with the Vietnamese. Coming for the rescue, and that's not a huge force here for the Spanish. Not sure if that is everything they've got. A few more units back at home, but now this should get cleaned up quite nicely now. Vietnamese moving in with their elephants. Together with the Portuguese, they do it in a team effort. But wait, somehow the Spanish hold on. And we got another fight down here, a big one at that. Now the humans strike. And the Vietnamese try to get back. They can't help their teammate out anymore. They have to defend themselves. That's a small choke point there. Retreating for a moment, now going back in. It's a pretty close fight, I feel. But with the ranged units in the back, helping a lot. Now it's mostly Kipchaks and a few more Cavaliers. Oh, we got a big fight down here. Both civilizations have recovered and go right in. No action all over the map now. Let's try to keep track of everything. It seems like the Portuguese have the upper hand. They are slowly pushing in. They have the numbers advantage, seems like. And it's still a massive fight down here at on the other side of the map. Yeah, thank you. Whack points. Even though I don't like the name or word swag too much, but yeah, it's just in the name. I had to use it. How long does it take for the emotes to get approved? Do you know that? Like a day or a few hours or a week? Well, it went pretty quick for you, Joseph, right? Joseph, by the way. But now the Vietnamese Seems like they are winning this side. And we have still a big fight down here. Spanish are slowly closing in. But Portuguese, yeah, hold on. So this is pretty much the first even game of today. Going a little bit more back and forth. We had some very one-sided matches today. But now the Cumans are going in now. They want to win the game. And it's going back and forth on the other side of the map again. Portuguese now have the upper hand. I'm not sure he's winning. The Cumans are looking good now. They are onto the town center. So this is getting close here. But that as soon as they get it, they can just march down to the other side of the map and close out the game together with their teammates. The Spanish need help. Look at that. They are getting pushed in now. Do they realize they don't have much time now? They have to act fast to even out the game, or else... Oh, we are moving in now. With all these paladins here. Paladins and Kipchucks. Very mobile force. Took them no time to get across the map. And now even coming from behind. And the Portuguese are trapped now. They are getting sandwiched. Two castles, but not too late. Too late. Oh, we are already, and that's the game. Almost missed it. Yeah, pretty even game until the end. That's a good game. Of course, congratulations. The Cumans in Spanish. Much needed point. And I think we haven't seen Vietnamese and Portuguese yet, right? Well, where are we at? No, we haven't seen them before. So, didn't play yesterday and lost for them today. Take a look at the military standings. Pretty even all throughout. Of course, slight lead for a red team or winning team. Much closer than other games we had today. Let's update our score here. Humans, Spanish take this win. Now we have Group B done. Take a quick look at the standings and then go right into Group C. So Chinese Magyars comfortably at first place with 2 wins, and then Slavs, Aztecs and Cuman Spanish both with 1 win and 1 loss respectively, and Vietnamese, Portuguese and Incas Burmese both with a loss. So already shaping out a little bit differently than our first group. And Chinese, yeah, I very much predict they will get out of this group. Only 2 civilizations or teams go out of the group. All the other ones remain. So you need to get your wins. Then of course we go into Group C. We have the Indians and Saracens going up against the Burgundians and Khmer. And then we have Malay and Huns going up against Celts and Persians. So let's set up the game and go right into it. Also let me quickly Google something. Oh, I have an idea. Da-da-da-da. Oh yes. I completed the prediction. Sorry for the wait. But I now have it. I quickly Googled it and I have quick actions set up in my dashboard. But I have to use the browser one now. I had the one set up in my OBS. So yeah, we can do polls now or predictions. That's cool. So let's get into our lobby. The game is set up. All right, we are doing another prediction. Let's go into our game. Indian Saracens going up against Cumans and Spanish. Yeah, we have to get into the groove with all these new functions and features. Just got them today, right before, so... Yeah, I can close them easily now. No problem. So, we have... That's looking nice. Nice architecture here for the Indians. But we got the Indians in blue on the top right hand side of the map. And on the left hand side we got the Saracens, their teammates. Now in red on the bottom left hand side we got the Cumans. Of course, the teammates in orange, the Spanish. Again, pretty close to their enemy, just over the hill. We are scouting out the map. Oh, we have an early fight, 2 minutes into the game. And the first fight already breaks out. So it's all about your unit control. You don't have much. You need to micro your units effectively. No problem, Dirge. No problem. But I figured out how to do the pole thing now. I need to do it in the browser. Yeah, browser dashboard, not on OBS. That's why I didn't see it. Let's go to the gym. Yeah, I've set up the gym here with my channel points. Because that's also a dilemma I have. I can either stream on the evenings or go to the gym. But why not just do both? Now, look at that. We have all the colors here now. Never mind. These Saracens are missing. No, there was one unit from the Saracens. Wait, what? Wait. What did I do? That's right. Alright. I resign. Never mind. Oh god. This stream today is a train wreck. That's funny. I didn't. We have the Burgundians and Khmer in there. I forgot to update the second team. Thanks, Bicho. Burgundians and Khmer, of course. Something must have distracted. Oh, the pole thing. That distracted me from setting up my lobby. OMG. I swear this will go better. And that has gone better before. What do we do? Burgundians, Khmer. Now let's do that. Burgundians. Khmer. No worries. Nothing has happened. We go right into the game again. Oh well. I need a drink. There's so much going on right now. Very much so. We are in the game again. Oh god. So let's see how they play this time. We weren't far into the game, so that's alright. Do we see some early aggression again? Now the mates are a little bit closer together. Very close together for these two. Setting up castles on the front. That could be a good position to hold. Saracens. Top right hand side. Note to myself, don't take a nap before you stream. That completely messes up your brain. We go for the elephant archers again. Zoom in. Wait. What is this? Just building a random archery range in the middle of nowhere. What are all these buildings here? These random buildings from the Indians. What are they trying to do with them? Or it's quite got Burgundians in here. I like to see it. The Costaliers. One of the new civilizations. Will we have a big elephant fight? Just scouting here. Ooh. Seems like they are getting ready, the Indians. Or are they still just mustering up? And we got maybe our first... No? Just going back again. Never mind. Those are teammates. What am I thinking? But we have our first fight. And a big elephant fight at that. Who will win? Indians should just go with camels. Yeah, elephants are expensive. And I think the elephant archers aren't the best unit in general, right? I think I heard something like that. Ooh. Now the Burgundians also move in. There's no help from the Saracens for the Indians, so they have to do it all alone. Now even splitting up the forces. Oh, look at them scrambling. They are trying to kite with the range, but they get hunted down. Ooh, but we got a big fight down here. The Saracens try to push in now that the Burgundians have left some units down here. But it's looking scary. Can they do enough damage? You have to even out. I think the Indians are lost down there. So you need to take out the Burgundians here to stay in the game. We are on the town center now. It could go down any moment. I'm not sure where's Fake. Haven't seen him. What's going on? Oh god. What was he doing yesterday? But yeah, his goths are coming in soon. It's gonna be real sad when he misses this hot goth girl. Turn the map. The Indians are out now. But the Saracens could stabilize the game by taking out the Burgundians here. So it's back to a 1 versus 1 then. Can they do it fast enough? Going in with a ram. It's look. No, don't turn back. Oh, they want to defend. I hope that doesn't bite them. They could have just taken out the town center and go back then. Shouldn't have taken too long. Now they give the Burgundian space to recover. Still a few units down here. The bulk of the force Look at all these units. There's scorpions, skirmishers, elephants, rams, even some halberdiers. All kinds of units here. Already taking down the castles. Can they hold on? Now even taking the gold. Down here. And it seems like they are slowly stabilizing. Saracens putting up a fight here in this lobby. But it is close. Definitely close. Burgundians are starting to build units again. And they have another castle now. Oh, you have to play perfectly. Khmer got the high ground now. It's even tougher position, but we go in with some hussars. Coming in from a flank. Oh, they're winning the fight. Can they take the high ground now? Oh, they are playing good. But it's so hard. You have to split up your units perfectly. They are still holding off the Burgundians. They are fighting on two sides against two civilizations at the same time. And somehow hold on. The Saracens are playing masterfully here. But look at the expansion of the Khmer. They are just streaming in all kinds of units here. I think Saracens are getting overwhelmed soon. Would have had it taken out the Burgundians. I think they could have done it, but it was so close again. Yeah, now we are closing in. And no hope, I think. It was so close. Putting up a real fight, Saracens. And look at that. That's why. Burgundians have recovered. They should have just taken out the town center. They were onto the town center. They did damage. But they chose to go back to the base to defend against the Khmer. But unfortunate timing. Now it's closing in for them. Sometimes it's the small decisions comes down to them. But that's the nature of competition. You can't make mistakes, or else your opponents will capitalize on them. Well, this cast is gonna fall. Had a good position here on the cliffs, but now units are streaming into the base, taking out the villages. See a dirge, have fun, and have a good pump, of course. See you, man. Thanks for hanging around. Yeah, this game's, oh, what a close game, or what a bitter end to the game. Saracens were close, but not close enough. And that's the game. Take a look. Look at that. They have the most units killed in the lobby. They did the work. That wasn't enough. Barely wasn't enough. Yeah, the Indians didn't do much this game. Not sure what's up with that. Maybe just a good push. They were attacked by 2 civilizations. That's of course always hard to hold off. Yeah, Saracens looked definitely good. Held on long enough. Yeah. Let's update our score. 1 point in the group for the Indian Saracen couple. Yeah, they should be first in the group now. Let's take a quick look before we set up our next game. So yeah, Indian Saracens comfortably at first place. Now we got Malay Huns. They haven't played it yet. Yeah, they haven't played. Malay Huns against Persians and the Celts. And now I try to set up the right game. Let's not get distracted here. Malay Huns. I can do it. Okay, now the second team. Celts Persians. Really want to make sure. And we are ready to go. We are in Group C. One more group after that. 2 games. So we have still a little bit more to go, but let's go. Let's not waste any time. Go into our game. Who do you think is gonna take this? We haven't seen blue team yet. Malay and the Huns. Got the Celts in the right hand side. The mates more to the west. Well, that's a funny cliff. Can you get even... Can't get in there, right? Somehow. That would be funny if a unit gets trapped in there. While we are just building up. And the Celts again, they really love the Scorpions since the season. Oh, just trying to see what's up. No, we're taking out a good castle position in between those 2 wood lines. And someone is pumping out some units here, right? Yeah. Pyramid warriors. Yes, not many go for the scorpions, but some really do, especially the Celts. That's cool to see. Ooh, they are building up fast. Look at those speedy boys. Zoom in through the map. Are they going to attack? No, just going for a jog, warming up, now going into formation. They are really going ham with those. I think there could be a fight coming soon here. Now they attack the villager, and that's gonna be our first fight here. They got triggered. Oh, there was an upgrade. Putting up a good fight. Seems it's still pretty even. Maybe with a slight lead of the melee. And we got another fight down here. Down on the other side of the map. So we have to switch back and forth. Almost only scorpions. That's interesting. Oh, some halberdiers in the mix. And this fight evened out. Pretty much so. So let's take a look at the big one we have here. What can these scorpions do? Oh, got taken out fast. I think you need more than that. You can just run in there. Oh, we got some more halberdiers now coming in. Oh, we got villager repairing. That's a good strategy. This, on this side of the map, we have stabilized. Now building up the troops again. This sound. Look at how fast they build in the turbo. Still pretty even fight down here. We have 2 castles in the back for each of those. And a big fight down here now. Yeah, the karambit spam is real here. And what are they trying to do? Oh, raiding the center. They are all over the place. Look at that. All these blue dots. What is going down here? There's fighting all over this game now. So we have to keep track of that. But that's good practice for the All for All tournament. Then we have 8 teams in there in one match to keep track of all the fighting. The melee starting to get into the Persian space here. They are winning their side. The Celts are still holding on. Can they do more than that? I think time is running out. Persians doing as much as they can, but they don't have much left over. Even fighting with the villages now. Look at that. That's how desperate they are. Yeah, the Celts can't break this position. Now going in for trebuchets, but I think it's way too late for that. Probably not good enough. Look at that. This town center is falling soon. The Malay are all over them. And that's the Persians gone. And they can just take a few steps. Yeah, they are already marching down now to the Celts. That means they have to spread out their forces. And the Huns can take advantage of that. Now even winning their side. That's just a funny little place that they just run in with those Karambit warriors. Or Karambit. And raid those towns and take out villages. Ignoring everything else. Taking out these trade cards. Hurting the economy instead of fighting head on. Interesting strategic placement, and that's... Ooh. Yep. That's gonna be the game. Now the base is wide open. Well, it's gonna be soon. As soon as this castle falls. Let's just take in the view of all these units. And now the last few seconds left. So yeah, first game for Malay and Huns, and they did quite well. Pretty even game in terms of units killed. Despite all. Wait, how? The largest army of the Persians was 39 and they killed the most units. What did they do with those units? With those armies? That's crazy. Like, if you take a look at the Malay, the 133, they have almost 100 units more than the Persians. And still haven't killed more than them. That's crazy. Almost scary to think about. They can do so much with so little. Well, yeah, it's the game. Just under 20 minutes. So first win on the board for Malay and Huns. Let's take a quick look at the standings before we go into Group D, the last two games. We'll make it quick, but let's take a quick look. Indian Saracens, first place Malay Huns, and Byzantines random, both with a win. And Celts, Persians, Burgundians, and Khmer both with losses. So all three groups are looking differently after day two. They all play out just a little different. But now we go into Group D. We got Tatars and Mongols going up against the Ethiopians and Turks. And then We have my favorite team. I know I shouldn't be biased, but man, you gotta love this. Goths and Koreans going up against Lithuanians and Japanese. Two cool teams. But yeah, first Tatars Mongols. Let me set up the game. Then we go right in. I think the Turks didn't have a good game yesterday. They just fell over in the game. Maybe they can do better today. Where are the Ethiopians? Are Turks. And the lobby is set up. Let's go. Round 2 of the IWT 1. The Imperial Wars 2 vs 2 AI tournament. The first one in the new format. We are on day 2 of the group stage and in group D now. Last 2 games. Let's go. So what do we have here? Take a look at the spawns. Nothing too crazy here. Got the Tatars in blue. Up right hand side of the map, and on the bottom right hand side the allies, the Mongols. Then on the other side of the map, in red, we have the Ethiopians. Red, the mates. Turks. On the upper left hand side, building up the infrastructure. Already got a Hussar scout. Pretty quiet game so far, but it's only the first few minutes. They are expanding quite nicely. So no early aggression as of yet, but that can change any second. That's just a scout, got taken out by the castle. I'm not sure who I would predict in this game to win. Just seeing the performance of the red team, the Turks and the Ethiopians, I have to go with the Tatars and the Mongols. And we are already going in. Just a few units. Just to see what's going on here. And they get cleaned up. But now they know what the opponent has. Maybe they can go for some early counters. Strategic move. You always need to know what your opponent is up for. Another scout going down, and we are building up our numbers here with the light Mangadai. Some light cavalry in the mix could get upgraded pretty soon. Got arbalesters and skirmishers for the Ethiopians. Nothing too crazy here for the Turks. Units all over the place. Oh, when I say it, the Tatars are making a move now. Now for real. Would be good if you take the high ground, but no. The Turks can now shoot down a little bit of an advantage here. Can the Tatars still close them? Now they take the high ground. That's good work. That's giving them a huge advantage now. This fight is going well so far for the Tatars here. And we got another fighter starting down here. So we know the Tatars are looking good. But let's see how this fight is going to shape up. But quite a few onagers here. Don't think it's too effective against cavalry here. Not getting in few good shots actually. But they are still getting pushed back, so we are winning on both sides for the blue team here. And now they are really closing in. The Tatars, that is. We got the Mongols. Still pushing on. But the Ethiopians stabilizing just a little bit. But time is ticking. Turks have trouble to defend themselves. Got some bombard cannons now. So this fight is a little bit more back and forth and even. But now the Mongols are closing in again. Tatars still have control. They still have the high ground. That's giving them a good advantage. But they need to break this position. They need some siege with them. The Ethiopians are still trying to hold on. Now getting surrounded, they are getting flanked. Are they now just pushing in? No, still indecisive. Strange, they don't go for any siege or trebuchets or something. But it's just giving more time, but probably just won't matter as the teammates are also struggling. The blue team has complete control over the game on both sides of the map. Now they are really getting in the base. They have to move through all these houses, narrow corridors, but there's not too much left for the Ethiopians. And Tatars still a little bit of indecisiveness for them. The Mongols looking much better in that aspect. Going in with Rams to close out the game. Or at least get one step further to that. But as soon as they get this town center, they can quickly march across the map and help out the teammates. So that's going down fast. And that's it. The Ethiopians are out. The Turks have held long enough, but I think it's more because the Tatars being very indecisive here. Not going for the siege. Maybe they're just like to fight. But yeah, that's not how you win tournaments. You need to close out your game. But now they get help from their teammate. They are coming from the other side. And also setting up the trebuchets, like what the Tatars had to do for at least 10 minutes and didn't do. Oh yeah, the Mongols got it. And now we are raiding the town. These poor villagers won't see the light of day. And that's gonna be soon our game. Yeah, like I predicted, Turks, Ethiopians not looking too hot. They also fell over pretty quickly yesterday. Maybe that's an indication of a team not going out of the group, but it's only the second day of group stage matches. Nothing done yet, but going into the third round with 2 losses already hurts. Statistics be more even than there are. Turks held on quite nicely for a long time, but couldn't get off the ground. So yeah, that's our game. Let's update our scores. Stars took the game together with the Mongols, of course. For that. And now we have my favorite matchup for today. Prime time slot. Get in here. We have the Goths and the Koreans. A little bit of a running gag on this channel. Goths with the hot girl goth or the hot goth girl meme together with the K-pop stans. Going up against the Lithuanians and the Japanese. Let's set up the game. Hopefully it will be a good one. But Goths as well as Koreans have a fun playstyle. Maybe they can do some cool things with it. Of course, our other team, where are they in the standings? They have lost their first game yesterday. Maybe Goths and Koreans can take another one from them. Let's see and find out. Okay, lobby is set up. So let's get in our last game of today. Got 8 matches today in round 2 of the group stage of the IWT 1. That's the first Imperial Wars 2 vs 2 AI tournament in Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Let's some words thrown around and let's go right into the game. The scene. Get our Marco Polo in here. Let's introduce our civilizations and teams. We got the Goths in blue on the pretty much the top side of the map, and on the left hand side we got the Koreans, the allies, in teal. Down in the bottom we have the Lithuanians in red, and their teammates on the right hand side, Japanese. So before this game gets started, I'll quickly refill my cup of water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm already back. Think we haven't missed much. Goths are taking in a relic here. Let's see what they can do. They hadn't played yesterday. This team, the blue team here. First time seeing them. And our red team has lost their first game. That's the only information we have right now. It's all new for us, this format. It's not the first tournament, but it's the first tournament in this format. Ooh, are we going in here already? Lithuanians making a move. Oh, taking out this ram could be nice. Ooh. Small victory already. That was completely undefended. Can the Koreans hold on? Oh, the teammates, the Goths, are actually helping out. That's good to see. I think the Koreans need some time to get up and running with the wagons. So it's good to see the Goths helping out, so they can both go into the lake. They're pretty strong in the late game, especially the Goths. So if you can hold on, gonna be good. We got champions here for the Japanese also. And the Lithuanians going more for the cavalry. Interesting matchups. Koreans Goth could be good. Koreans with the ranged units, with the wall wagons in the back, with the champions and the other unique unit for the Goths. Thought there was a fight, but no. Just a scout. But there could be a fight breaking out real soon. Ooh, look at all these units. Ooh, that's massive. The Goth spam. Going for champions actually this game. But That's still force. Want to see. By the way, Bichu, enjoy your pizza. I'd like one too right now. But not happening. We have a game on our hands. And actually, Lithuania is helping out. I think that's the most team play we have seen in this tournament so far. Both teams are there for each other. I think most teams haven't played each other before or have no experience in team games, so it's a little bit awkward sometimes. But no, these teams are looking good, and now the Japanese are moving in here against the Goths. So what are the Koreans doing? Are they moving out now? They are moving out. They are not helping their mate. Maybe we go in for a base trade now. We have to see how this alternate. Can the Goths hold on? Starting to look tricky. The castle is falling. Look at that. We still have enough for the Lithuanians. I thought they were somehow weakened, but no. So it's gonna be a tall task for the Koreans here. And that's gonna be the out for the Goths. Oh no. That's not a good start for my favorite team in the tournament. Now Koreans try to do something, but they probably won't be anywhere near enough. Not even retreating. They probably know they have to defend now. Ooh. Japanese are going in now with the champions. Taking out the gold mine. Koreans are completely surrounded here from almost all sides. How do you want to defend that? That's some tower defense here. It's probably way too hard to move on. They have 3 castles here in one spot that could give them some defensive capabilities, but no, we are already onto. They have sneaked some rams, just some 2 lonely rams sneaked into the base and took down the town center, no problem. Glad we catch that last second. But yeah, it's a quick game, 16 minutes. So yeah, the memes aren't enough. It's good to be funny, but you also need to perform. And that was definitely a weak performance by the Goths and the Koreans. As much as I like them. Oh yeah, good for the Lithuanians and Japanese redeeming themselves after losing their first game yesterday. So let's go into our brackets. Update our score. The Koreans and the Goths, sadly, Sadly not doing much to the game. I think they hadn't have the support from the crowd. They need the crowd behind them. So chat, help them out next time. But we have our standings for Group D. Tatars and Mongols, 2 wins. Sicilians Poles with 1 win. They haven't played today, but they looked good yesterday. Very good, so indeed. But Lithuanians, Japanese, 1 win and 1 loss. And then Koreans, Ghost Koreans, 1 loss. Ethiopians, Turks, 2 losses. So yeah, that's our groups. After day 2, we still have 3 more rounds to go. So it's not decided yet, but it's shaping up. Slowly shaping up. Having 2 wins on the board right from the start really helps you out. So that's always good to see. And remember, only 2 civilizations make it out of the group. Only top 2. So yeah, got for the top, we got Italians, Mayans, and Viking students provisionally. And for Group B, we got the Chinese and Magyars. Also 2 wins. Then Slavs, Aztecs, and the Cuban Spanish, both with 1 win, 1 loss. Of course, we have Group C with the Indians and Saracens. 2 good games here. With Malay and Hans, and also Byzantines and Random, 1 win. Cats, Persians, Burgundians, and Crimea, 2 losses each. Not looking too hot there. And Group D, Tatars, Mongols, 2 wins. Indians, Poles, we said, a win, looking good. So that is Group Stage Day 2. Here's zoom in. Well, now it's going to the side. So next week on Saturday, we have Group Stage Day 3. And then on Sunday, the Day 4 of Group Stages. Then 1 day of Group Stages to decide it all. This will probably the most important day, the last round, deciding who goes into the quarterfinals on the next day already. And to take a quick look how the playoffs will be. That's the final stage. And we are going into single bracket. You only have 1 life after that in a best of 3 in the quarterfinals and semifinals and best finals and best of 5. So that's where all the spiciness will happen there. We are just getting started with this tournament, but we have done 2 days already. Next day, with each day we have more and more information and confirmation who maybe goes out of the group or will make it out. So that's pretty much it for today. The only news I have is we hit affiliated. We are actually affiliated now on Twitch. So that's big news. We still have to set up all the new features. I got the confirmation pretty much 30 to 40 minutes before the stream today started. So haven't got much time to explore all of that. But should be up and running next week then. There was also new content coming now throughout the week. So tournaments on the weekend and throughout the week. Some more AoE AI content and even some playthroughs of myself playing games. So a little bit different content throughout the week, but the tournaments or the weekends are reserved for our AoE AI tournaments. So yeah, that's pretty much it. For today, we had a good day. A chaotic day. We made some mistakes here. A little bit embarrassing, but yeah, a good day, good matches, definitely. And we are shaping up so far, so thank you for watching, everyone, and see you next time.